Hey, hi there. It's been a while, right? But I'm back with another tutorial. Actually, this is a start of a mini series within this whole series. It's not really a mini series. Let me just show you what it is. I'm trying to make kind of a semi-real life scenario where we are creating contacts. Let's say we have an integration that's creating contacts inside Dynamics, let's say through Web API or through any other means. And we don't have much control over this integration. So the integration is only entering contacts and it's entering, or let's say, full names and emails. Now, email addresses, of course. Now, we want to associate these contacts with accounts so that we have this nice hierarchy. But the only thing we know about the contact and the account, the only thing they really share together is this, let me get the pen, is this email domain like this. So this company.com is the same as this company.com, and this will be our kind of merging key. So the idea is to create a plugin that runs before the contact is created or during the contact creation. If you remember the timeline, this will be a pre-operation plugin again. And we will be receiving this contact and we will be extracting this company.com, extracting, and then we will be matching this email domain with any other with any other email domain in the system. But we have a special business rule that instead of looking at accounts email domains, we will actually be looking at other contacts email domains. So we have the accounts in the system, we have the contacts in the system, but instead of looking at accounts domain, we will be looking at contacts email domains. Let's say this is a scenario. It was a scenario in one plugin that I was making. So yeah, this is a real world example. But yeah, this is just a quick introduction. So this is what we'll be doing. The plugin will be doing, just to rephrase what we'll be doing. So it will be a pre-operation plugin. Again, we will be receiving our target. This will be our target. And inside this target, we will have this email address. And we will be extracting this email address and we will be extracting this email domain. And then we will take a look at all other contacts within our account and we will try to find existing contacts with accounts which are already associated with accounts and that they have the same email domain as our account. Sounds easy, reasonably? Okay, I hope it does. So let's take a look at how we might implement that. Okay, well, so the first thing that we have to do with any new plugin is just initialize the new project. So I'll just click on the solution, right click, add new project. And the name of this new project, it'll be a class library again, and it'll be ls.plugins.contact-associate, something like that. 462 is the framework, and now we have this class, and now I can rename this class into associate contacts on create. That sounds like a good name. Like that. That's fine. Right click, quick actions, rename file to this one so that we have the same name for the file. And now I want to add, so right click on contact associate, properties, sign disassembly, new key, protect, no, okay. I believe that's enough. Okay, the next thing that I need to do is add plugin boilerplate, add existing item, and I will go to my other plugin, so account capitalize, plugin boilerplate. And let's see if we have the latest version. So get target, this is a method we added in the previous tutorial or one before that. So yeah, we have the latest version. Now we just need to install this XRM stuff. So try to right click, quick actions, doesn't actually does look at that. So install package, use local version. Yeah, okay, and it's installing all this stuff here, and yeah, looks like we're good to go. Perfect. All right. Okay, so yeah, and now let's just implement this. So plugin boilerplate, right click, quick actions, implement abstract class, and we have our action method. Perfect. So let's write a little plan here. So first we want to get the target. Then we want to extract the email address. And then I want to, and the target of course will be contact, and extract the email address. Then we have, you know what, so that you don't have to write to look at me typing, I just wrote out the whole thing. So we need to get the target. We know how to do that. We have a special method for that. We need to extract the email address, and we will need to know what the name of the field is. Then we will extract the email domain from this email address. Then we will find other contacts with the same email domain. Then we'll just get one of them. For this simple example, it really doesn't matter which one we pick. And we will call this contact matched contact. Then we will extract the account from that matched contact. And then at the end, we will copy this account that we extracted from here into our target. And because this is a pre-operation, it will just the change will just get processed as it should be. So I want to make this tutorial not very long. So let's just start and see where it takes us. So the first thing is getting the target. So this is very easy now that we have the method. So var tar get equals get target, and we already have everything that we need. So this is from our plugin boilerplate. We need to check if the target actually exists. If target equals to null, in this case, we don't want to do anything, so let's just return the usual stuff. Then I want to extract the email address. Now that's an attribute, so let's just set up the boilerplate. So var email attribute attribute, something like that, equals attribute or default. That's the method, attribute or default. That's one method that we already used in one of the previous tutorials, but it's here within the plugin boilerplate. So we're using that. And then for the entity, we're just using this target here. And for the attribute name, we don't have that yet. And the default value will be null, just in the previous example. And now we just want to check if the email attribute is null. In that case, we want to just return, we don't want to do anything because the email is null and we cannot really associate the account with anything here. And now I want to, so just in the previous example, I'll do var email attribute equals, and I'll just go to dynamics and fetch this email attribute and just get this logical name. So stick with me. I'll go to my dynamics, contacts, because we're working with contacts here, of course, and I'll just pick one of these, and we have this email filled out. Okay, so I will click our little rocket and get the logical names, and the email is just email address 1. All right, so now I have the email logical name. I will go back to my plugin and I'll just paste that in here. And now I can use my constant in here. So this should be good enough. Let's see what, okay, I need to specify the type. So the output type will be string. So right, we're passing in the target. This is where the attributes are. We're passing what field we need to extract, and we're passing the default value. And we want this output, we want this thing to be a string because email is a string. So yeah, if this is null, then we have nothing to do, so that's fine. Now for extracting the email domain, our job is pretty simple. So we have like something at domain.com. We just want to extract anything from here onwards. So, and how do we do that? Now, I don't know about you, but let's just do a quick example. So var email domain is equal email attribute dot, and now we can use the usual C# substring, but this is where I always kind of where I'm always unsure of what to put in here. So is this, so if I put in here, if I just do email attribute dot index of, if I just find the @ sign, so this is one way to do that. what is this going to return? If I do just that, will I get it from here? Will I get it from here? I don't know about you, call me a bad developer, but I'm always unsure about this. So what I like to do in this case is just copy the email, the line that I'm unsure about, and just write a unit test for it. So ls plugins, right click and add email or domain extraction. Sounds like a great name. I don't know. So yeah, internal class, let's do it. Let's make it public class, and this will be test class like that. And inside we have public void extract the domain, and this will be our test method. Hey, help me out. Okay, and right. So we have let's do a quick example. So var email address equals, or let's do email attribute, because that's the same thing as we have here. So email attribute equals, let's say we have this at that.com. So we want to extract this part, and now I can just paste the line that I'm worried about, and I can do email attribute.substring. And now I want to assert that are equal. I want to, so I believe the first one is expected value. So I expect this value to be this thing. So this, and now I want to test if that's really the case. So email domain, let's run this test. So test explorer, ls plugin tests, domain extraction, and just let's run this domain. Let's run this thing. And one test failed, of course. And the issue with our approach is that there is no issue with our approach, but yeah, let's take a look. So yeah, so expected, we are expecting this thing, but we actually have @ sign included as well. So yeah, that's what I was worried about. So let's just do index of +1, I think. So let's try to rerun the test. Run. One test passed. So I think that's great. So now we know that this line actually extracts our domain, and we can just copy it back. I don't know about you. I don't know if that was useful, but it was certainly useful for me. And now I'm completely sure that this is what I need. So we have our email domain here. And now the rest, the next part, in the next tutorial, we'll take a look at how to find other contacts with the same email domain. We will experiment with fetch XML. We'll get one of them. And actually, once we have this part, once we figure out the fetch XML and everything, the rest is pretty easy. So thank you very much for sticking with me. I hope you did that unit test because it's really important. No, if you already know how to work with C#, that's great. But yeah, I hope this was useful. Yeah, and make sure to be in the next tutorial to see how it all ends up. So thank you very much, and see you in the next one. Cheers, bye.